What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, we're going to talk about how I craft winning Facebook ads, my brainstorming process. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. So depending on the type of brand you're working with, some of them, you're gonna have to create the creatives for them. If you're starting out, you're gonna have to make your own creatives, right? Fortunately, some of the clients that I have, they're ready to go and they just send creatives over. Those are usually the big companies. And then some of the brands that are trying to scale, they have tons of content that they put out there, but they don't have any ads yet because they haven't moved into paid media yet. So those type of brands, when we bring them in-house, when I bring them in-house, I actually go through their account and see what type of content they have. And then I go through a little brainstorming session on my own to see what the competition is doing and give some ideas and feedback back of what type of ads we should create. And then I also use services like No Limit Creatives, which is basically a one-stop shop for videos and images and stuff that you can use for your ads. And actually, I'm going to have a link in the description below and probably in the comment that gives you 50% off the first month. I use them because it's easier for me to use just a team that's ready to go. They know what they're doing, than trying to use one graphic designer and trying to explain what you want. People like No Limit, they have a whole team. They're amazing. And you just send your ideas and they make it happen. So let me show you how I do it. And again, you don't have to. You can do it yourself, or you can hire an in-house graphic designer or a video person and all that. Everybody's a little bit different. This is just the way I do it. So I'm going to walk through how I do it. So the first thing that I do is go through the content that the client sends me. So right here, I have a folder that I get access to, and I get to see all the amazing creatives that they have. This is by far one of my favorite products ever because they're so colorful and it's passionate. People love food, right? We need food to survive. And the best part of it is I'm addicted to chocolate. So this makes it even better for me. And let me tell you, it tastes amazing. I should use this as a UGC. But anyway, all joking aside, I started going through the creative and I noticed right away that they're taking some amazing pictures. Look at the color palette. Another thing that I take into consideration right away is the fonts that they're using, that old school font that you can see from like the 50s and the 60s. It gives you that feel of that candy shop from back in the day, right? When you see in movies, like old school movies, those old let's go get a shake, and you see all the candy in the store and stuff like that. It's giving me those vibes, and I really like this about this brand. So when I'm looking here, what's going through my head is okay, what can I use? What can be used for the top of the funnel? What can be used for the middle of the funnel? What can be used for the bottom of the funnel, right? So top of the funnel, we have to think about brand awareness. Who are these people? We have to tell a story. So, I'll probably grab some of these videos here that show the making of the chocolate itself. I haven't watched these, but it's obvious that it's a video of them making the chocolate itself. Like here's the shells. What do you call that? The molds to pour the chocolate in. It's what gives you this cool look. Look at that. How cool is that? It gives you the chocolate. It has the name of the company on the chocolate itself. So that can be used as awareness, as an introduction to the brand. So I can probably go through these videos right here and I can put a story together of what the brand is and then finish it off, with some of these pictures and some overlay, text. So that's what I'm thinking for the top of the funnel here. Now, middle of the funnel, remember, we got to work with what we got. So middle of the funnel, I'll probably, I like that they have bright colors, right? That we have bright colors to play with, like that chocolate pouring in the hands or something. This right here, I love that. And then people holding it. But you know what? Middle of the funnel, we already gave an introduction, right? I'm thinking the introduction with all this stuff right here of the chocolate being made and all that stuff. And then middle of the funnel, I'm thinking of like a 30-second video or 15-second video with graphic overlays, telling them why they need to get it today, right? We got to come up with some copy. And I will just do, a slideshow using some of that image, the blue image, the pink one, the yellow one, this one, that one, these right here, like go to this, cut to this, cut to this, like stop motion. And with a graphic overlay, I know we can put a message to it and make it look super, super cool. So when I say graphic overlay, I want you guys to understand what I mean by that. A graphic overlay is when when you see an ad and when you watch a TikTok or you watch a video and there's like the letters with the box. That's what we refer to in the business as a graphic overlay. So if it's middle of the funnel, you want them to take action. They already know who you are. They've already seen the first video explaining who you are. I will probably, talk about, satisfying those chocolate cravings. What are you waiting for? Get it yours today. Come check it out. Or if you have any promotions going on, highlight those promotions. And when it comes to chocolate and food, we like to attach emotions to it. So you want that part of the brain, of our lizard brain, to be associated with when they see the image of the video. So you want to talk about like, fill that sweet tooth or satisfy your craving for that sweet tooth. That sweet feeling of feeling good. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. This is like a whole different brainstorm, like how to come up with the copy. But that's what I'm thinking when I'm looking at this. Then bottom of the funnel, what I would like to do is use some of these images here that we have with people in them, right? And what we do with those, we grab these images with people on them. And, what I like to do, what I prefer to do, I like to do, put the 5 stars that look like the Amazon reviews and then use customers' reviews on a graphic overlay. And just make a slideshow of it and just make in 15 seconds, right? With the copy at the top, so it grabs their attention. Use bright colors that match whatever the images are. People enjoying the chocolate, enjoying the product, holding it, and using the reviews, because now you're reinforcing that other people like it and you have to get it today because you want it so bad. Even though you skip the first 2 ads, now it's a third ad you see on it. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna pull the trigger because other people are enjoying it. So if other people like it, then I'll probably like it too. So I got to get it today. So you use that social proof to try to pull that last minute sale or that impulse buy, right? So based on the content that was sent to me and what I have to work with at the beginning, that's my quick brainstorming session of what I want to do. That's my vision, and that's great. So that might work, but I also need to see what other brands are up to, because we want to stand out from the feed. We want to do things a little bit different from them. So my next move from here is to pull up the Facebook ads library. So I'll go in here. And I do it this way because for some reason when I tried it earlier before I started recording, it wasn't working on my regular browser. Imagine that. I don't know. But all right, so let's think of a brand right away. So what's the first one that comes to my mind? Hershey's, right? Hershey's is a popular brand. So there you go. Are they running ads? I am sure, because they're a multi-million-dollar company. So what are they doing? Look at that. The same type of colors that we have on some of our content. So that blue, right? What does that do? There's a little music, little stop motion action going on. I like that. Okay. All right. How long has that been running? Oh, it doesn't give me the date. Oh, there it is. February 26th. We're in March, so it's only been running, not running for too long. Same thing here. Let's see. Again, stop motion. Okay, how long? Oops, February 25th. I want to see. These are all new. Okay, they're not running that many ads. All right, but notice that. Bright colors. Okay, so obviously my client has done the research and they're using bright colors as well because it goes with the palette. All right, I get it. Okay, I like this. All right, let's do another brand. Let's do Twix. I like Twix. Twix are good, man. They're good. I'm telling you guys, I'm obsessed with chocolate. If I could eat it every day and not gain 300 pounds, I would. Look at that. So they're telling the story of how it's made. The pouring down the chocolate. We have that type of content. Okay, so we can work with that. But notice the colors. It's the same type of colors, that blue, right? And those bright colors. Okay, so we're on the right track here. All right, let's do one more. Ghirardelli chocolate. There you go. Let's see what they got. That's all they got? Really? This is it? I'm telling you, man, the fancier they are, the less publicity they do. Okay, I mean, the gold grabs your attention with the blue, I guess. But that's it. All right. I think I like the other ones better. But now we have an idea of what the competition out there is doing, okay? We have a pretty good idea. So now at this point, there's 2 things you can do. Hopefully you wrote all of this down as you're doing it. Or if you're like me, I'm recording it, so I don't have to write it down. And either you pass it on to your team with extreme, like as detailed as you can to your graphic designer. Or if you're like me and using No Limit Creative, we can just send it into No Limit Creative and get a bunch of them done all at once. So just to give you an idea of how No Limit Creatives works, you know, they have their own dashboard here. You log in. Here's all the projects that we're working on or we're getting worked on, and open the requests and all that. And you can have different monthly plans, all right? So you can start out with the cheapest one and you can move your way up depending on how many creatives you're using. Again, if you use the link down in the description, you get 50% off your first month. So what you would do in here is go to new request, and then it's super easy. Video request, creative assistant request. That is another cool thing they have. They actually have a creative assistant that if you submit the ideas that you have, they'll come up with ideas for you, so you don't have to do everything that I just did now. Or if you have a video request, you will just go in here and tell them step by step what you want. Once you do that, it'll go through the process of being an open request. Then they're gonna shoot it back to you pending review. Then you give them whatever changes you want made to your creatives or to images or whatever until you like it, and you know they put it out as perfect as you want it to be. And once it's completed, it's done. And it only takes a few days. You know, it doesn't take that long. And the cool thing about that is, like, you know, when you're dealing with professionals, that's a whole team of designers, and this is what they do all day. They come back with it pretty much at 80%, 90% most of the time. So you don't really have to go back and forth that much. And again, they have different plans. Like, you know, I'm on this one because the way we use it, but I mean, I'll show you the pricing. So the lowest plan starts at $200 and you can go up from there depending on what you need. So, you know, $269, $329, $539. I will probably, you know, if you're starting out, I will start with a $209, you know, and then again, the link down in the description, you get 50% off the first month. So you can give them a shot for $100. That's like nothing, man. Think about it. How much does it cost to hire your own graphic designer? And then you have to train him, and then you have to tell him exactly how you want it to be, and you have to get used to going back and forth and setting up drives and all that stuff. This just makes it easy. This makes it easy. As you can see, I just show you, you just go in there, submit your stuff, ready to go, and boom, they spit it back out, and that's done. They know what they're doing. This is what they do for a living all day long. And the cool thing is that they deal with so many brands around the world that they know what works and what doesn't, and they're gonna tell you that, especially if you're using the creative assistant, you know? So with that out of the way, I'll be placing those requests for those videos that we just talked about today. So it's going to take about, you know, a week to get them back and all that. But you guys know me, I'm busy, so I just want to put my videos out. And luckily for you, I've already had some done by them. So let me show you the first batch that we did based on just the images that we had before we received all the videos where we can tell a story and stuff like that. So here's number one. Check this out.
If you guys spend $100 on these candies on their website, which is sweetsmithcandy.co, you guys can get a $15.
Notice how the video is exactly what I said. Fast cuts. You have testimonials. Obviously, we're using this at the bottom of the funnel, but we're gonna make different versions of it as well. And then that background to catch your attention and stop the scroll. Right? So you get an idea. You know, this is a long video. It's like 45 seconds long.
You see that? Sweet Smith Candy Company, buddy.
I got this Sweet Smith candy, and I'm gonna taste it. Candy cane chocolate with peanut brittle. Okay, let's give it a try.
You guys get the idea. All right, let's go to the next one. So here's the other one. Look how cool this is. I mean, No Limit Creatives, they just grabbed the stills and they made this little cool animation behind it to grab your attention and put all of these together. So that's really cool. You know, you can use it as a video or you can use it as, you know, as a still. We use them as stills too. There's the other one. And here's one more. This one's gonna have those colors in the background that I told you guys about. The packaging is gonna change quickly to stop the scroll, to grab your attention. And then at the bottom, an offer you can't pass on, you know, a discount. And then at the end, of course, the call to action. And now if you guys wanna see the new videos, the ones that I just created in front of you, you're gonna have to join my group. So look for that link in the description. Guys, if you like that video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Help support the channel. And if you want to keep learning about Facebook ads and digital marketing in general, make sure to check out one of the videos right above me. And I will see you guys in the next video.